All right, as many of you who've watched my videos know, I love talking about how liberals and Democrats love to use this pandemic as a way to control the people, how they're loving this totalitarian thing they get to do, and they're trying to hold on to it for as long as possible. Now, the governor of Pennsylvania, Tom Wolf, he just put out a statement today that you guys need to see, and it just hammers it home. It hammers it home exactly what I've been talking about this whole time, how they love this whole idea of control. Watch how he just watch. I can't explain it. You have to see it. That just happened. He took his mask off, deliberately put it in his pocket, got his hand sanitizer, made sure you saw him put it on his hands so he could talk on a microphone on a podium that's probably already been sanitized a couple times already. But, he had to wear that mask walking in to take it off so that he could, show you, that he's wearing his mask and using hand sanitizer so you guys could be good little Americans who don't know how to use common sense. Okay, moving on.
We Pennsylvanians are in a fight for our lives. The enemy is a deadly virus set on destroying us. Over the past 2 months, this enemy has infected almost 60,000 of our fellow citizens. It has killed almost 4,000 of us.
As of 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time on May 11th, 2020, they had a total of 52,915 quote-unquote confirmed cases of coronavirus. Of that 52, almost 53,000 people, 3,416 people have died from the quote-unquote coronavirus. Now, again, as everybody already knows, they've been padding the numbers. If you die of a heart attack and you happen to have tested positive from COVID-19, guess what? It goes up as a COVID death. Even though the virus probably had nothing to do with your heart attack, yep, it's a COVID death. You died of a car accident, trauma, blunt force trauma, and you happen to have had COVID-19, odds are they probably marked it down as a COVID death because, well, it has a lot to do with funding and those numbers, and again, keeping everybody in control. So, there you go. You got some numbers. You got, oh, wait, here's some more. So, of all of those, people in Pennsylvania, guess what? Philadelphia County, wonder what's in Philadelphia County. It might be Philly, might be one of their biggest cities. They had over 14,000 quote-unquote confirmed cases and 856 deaths. The next highest county in Pennsylvania is Montgomery County with 5,116 confirmed cases and 523 deaths. It's a little bit of a difference there. And it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower as you go. So there's some, just stuff to think about there. Just a couple points to kind of put in perspective what he's talking about, because he's talking about his whole state and how the whole state needs to listen. Right? Okay, so moving on.
These are our loved ones, our friends, our neighbors. It has threatened to overwhelm our healthcare system.
All right. Again, let's get some perspective, shall we? So on May 5th, and I'm going to butcher this name, it's Monongahela Valley Hospital in Pennsylvania. Well, they announced that they had to lay off 10% of their staff. Indiana Regional Medical Center, they had to furlough 200 employees. Again, in Pennsylvania. And that was on May 1st. And even as far back as April 22nd, Philadelphia Tower Health, they had to furlough over 1,000 workers. And it's not just Pennsylvania, people. It's all across the country. Even the hardest hit places like Washington, New York, New Jersey, healthcare workers all across the country have been laid off because of they don't need them. Our healthcare facilities were never being overran. Never. Maybe in specific towns, maybe a specific hospital might have got to capacity or might have gotten to that point where it's but we got hospitals all over this country. You know, if in New York City, you know, or Seattle, they had a hospital that was like to capacity, they moved them to another hospital. Washington State. Oh, it was crazy. Oh, wait. No, it's cool. We sent our ventilators to New York. Oh, wait. New York. Oh, my gosh. New York is insane. We put a hospital ship there. Everybody shipped ventilators there, and they didn't need them. So they shipped them to Europe, and we emptied the ship, and we're okay now. But, you know, our hospitals are getting to capacity, and our healthcare system is getting overrun as all these healthcare workers are being furloughed and laid off and let go because, well, A, can't afford you anymore, and B, we don't really have a job for you to do because we're empty. It's weird. But don't forget the sob story of, you know, loved ones and all that good stuff, because right here's where they get you. They get you in the heart feels. You betcha.
And it hasn't finished with us yet. Still, over this past weekend, some have decided to surrender to this enemy. These are politicians who were elected to serve their fellow citizens. Others are business owners who have chosen to serve their customers by putting them in harm's way.
Wait a second. He just said, you know, some people have decided to surrender to the enemy, and, you know, you're like, oh wow, that sucks. And politicians, oh yeah, you know, and politicians are surrendering to this enemy because they're letting their fear control them, and they're letting their fear, you know, just rule their lives. Wait, what do you mean you had some companies that are opening up their doors to people, and that's how what are you talking about? Are you kidding? How is that surrendering? That's saying, you know what, I'm not scared, but, you know, don't worry, it gets better.
These folks are choosing to desert in the face of the enemy, in the middle of a war that we Pennsylvanians are winning and that we must win.
That's not deserting. That's not quitting. That's not giving up. That's actually fighting back. That's going, I'm not going to let your fear-mongering control my life. Are you guys seeing this yet? Are you seeing what's happening yet? Like he's you know, talking all, oh yeah, be careful because, oh yes, these people are horrible because they're, you know, doing things and they're putting their fellow man at risk. Okay. No, that's not what's happening. These people are going, you know what? I need to open my business. There's no reason why that liquor store and the pot shop and, you know, Walmart is totally okay and open to go. We got hundreds of people going to all these places all the time. But yet my mom and pop shop or my hair salon that gets maybe 30 people a day in it, you know, yeah, though I'm a horrible person because I'm not essential according to you who wants to control everything. It's not quitting. It's not giving up. It's not deserting. It's actually having some guts. It's having some fortitude of, you know, hey, you know what? I'm not going to let your fear control my life. If I get sick, then I get sick. And if the people who come into my establishment get sick, well, you know, they're not stupid. Yes, there's a lot of stupid Americans out there, and those are the ones that are living in fear, and they're going to stay in their house anyway. But the rest of us, you know, like if I'm 85 years old, I'm probably not going to go to the hair salon because guess what? The average person dying from the virus is right around there. So, or if I'm immune compromised, because those are the only people that are dying from the coronavirus, maybe they won't go to the hair salon and get their little curls done. I don't know, but you can't sit there and call them cowards. Oh, wait, he hasn't done that yet. Just wait. It happens.
Let me share a few facts with you. We are indeed showing signs of success in this fight. We have begun to flatten the curve of infection at many parts of the Commonwealth, which is why 24 counties have already moved into the yellow zone, and 13 more will move into the yellow zone on Friday. That's over half the counties in the Commonwealth. Meanwhile, we have bought valuable time. This means we have not overwhelmed our healthcare systems. This means we have done a better job providing our heroic frontline health workers with the materials they need to fight this deadly fight. This means we have given our economy the time to increase the supply of tests to improve our chances to one day beat this enemy. But the fight is not yet over, and this is not the time to give up. We have fought this deadly enemy in the best way we can. This war has called on every single Pennsylvanian to fight, and we have, heroically. It has been a new kind of heroism, in many ways a quiet heroism, but a heroism nonetheless.
No, yeah, we get it. You're a hero if you stay home and don't do anything, and you're not like spreading the virus and stuff. It's weird though how New York, Como actually just said that staying at home was probably a really bad idea. It's weird, but hey, yay heroes, and don't ever want to take anything away from the frontline workers, the healthcare workers, and so on and so forth. I mean, I used to be one. But yeah, he's really laying it on really thick there, isn't he? Don't worry, it gets better.
We Pennsylvanians have sacrificed in ways we could never have imagined. We've separated ourselves from our families. We've isolated ourselves in our homes. We have shuttered our businesses. We have closed our schools. These heroic acts deserve to be met not by surrendering, but by staying the course. And that's what I intend to do.
I'm sorry. Just got to jump in really quick. There's literally nothing heroic about sitting on your couch. The liberals, probably the best meme they've ever made. They're saying things like, stop complaining. In past wars, you had to go out and shoot people. And, now all we're asking you is to sit on your couch. So stop complaining because it's not that hard. The problem is that in order for that to actually have been a possibility, the government would have had to pay you. Yeah, a $1,200 stimulus check. Granted, it probably didn't help anybody really at all. I mean, it might have caught them up on like that month's bills, but the two before and then the following months probably not helping at all. But guess what? They gave you a wonderful kicker check with your unemployment. So you can be at home unemployed, and you're probably making more money now with the kicker unemployment bonus than you were at your previous job. Granted, not everybody got that, but quite a lot of people are making more money now. So you know what? You can buy their compliance. You can buy people's willingness to be a hero sitting on the couch, not going anywhere, watching Netflix all day and all that good stuff. So right on, heroes. Good job. Yay. Moving on.
To those politicians who decide to cave into this coronavirus, they need to understand the consequences of their cowardly act.
No. That'd be you that you're talking about right now. You're the one who's caving into it. You're the one who caved into the virus. You're the one who caved in to everything. Now, just want to remind you, Governor, that not too long ago, you're sitting there crying about your $5 billion deficit, and you're, asking the federal government for a little bit of a bailout. No, yeah, that's the consequences of your actions. Shutting down the state, living in fear, keeping the state closed. Yep, that's the consequences of your actions. But wait, I'm sure that's not what you were talking about. So let's go ahead and move on and find out exactly what you're talking about. But again, perspective, it matters.
The funding we have put aside to help with fighting this crisis will go to the folks who are doing their part. And that includes our CARES Act funding, which will be used to support counties that are following the orders to prevent the spread and the medical communities who are treating patients. However, other discretionary funding won't go to counties that put us all at risk by operating illegally.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying that counties that listen to you and do what you say and so on and so forth, they'll get the money, but if counties don't do what you say and follow your rules, then they don't get funding. Huh. That's weird. Sounds like sanctuary stuff. It's really similar, isn't it? Like, you declared your whole state a sanctuary commonwealth, I believe, and you're really big on that whole sanctuary city thing, who don't have to follow the rules of the Fed. So why would the counties have to follow your rules, sir? That's my question. Oh, yeah, if liberals didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. Crazy. So crazy. All right, moving on. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do to these counties that don't listen to you and don't do what you tell them?
To the politicians urging businesses to risk their lives and to risk the lives of their customers or their employees by opening prematurely, they need to understand that they are engaging in behavior that is both selfish and unsafe.
Fun fact. No. Just no. No. No politician's going to tell a business owner to open back up And then they do it because a politician told them to do it. What the politician's saying is, you know what? If you want to open back up, open back up. It's a free country. Free to choose your own fate. Free to go ahead and live your life. Free to go ahead and reopen your business as you so choose. It's not selfish to want to feed your family. That's, normal. It's not selfish to want to put your people back to work. That's, it makes you a good person. It's not selfish to want to be able to pay for your county, pay for your state without Uncle Sam adding to the national debt more than it already has to bail you out. It's not selfish. That's actually putting other people before you. That's actually going, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and risk getting sick so that my peeps can get back to work. I'm going to go ahead and risk getting sick so that I can feed my kids. I'm going to go ahead and risk getting sick so that people can come and enjoy my establishment. It's not cowardly. It's not selfish.
You business owners, these politicians put you at risk of losing your health department certificate. They put you business owners at risk of losing your liquor license. They put you business owners at risk of losing your certificate of occupancy. All of these depend upon your doing everything you can to keep your patrons safe. And by opening before the evidence suggests you should, you're taking undue risks with the safety of your customers.
Wow. So no, that's a straight up threat. And that's not the politicians saying reopen that's making that threat. That's the governor saying, you will do what I tell you to do. You will listen to me. You will follow my orders. You will subscribe to my fascism, or else you will lose your business. You will comply, or you will cease to exist as a business. You will lose your liquor license. You'll lose your blah, 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 blah. You're going to lose all sorts of things. But wait, it really gets worse.
That's not only morally wrong, it's also really bad business. Businesses that do follow the whims of local politicians and ignore the law and the welfare of their customers will probably find themselves uninsured, because insurance does not cover things that happen to businesses breaking the law.
Look at that. More threats. Yes. More threats. Comply or cease. Now, here's the problem. And some people might actually sit there and go, oh, well, you're doing a double standard because the states are supposed to listen to the federal laws when it comes to sanctuary cities and so on and so forth. But I'm talking about the double standard, okay? I'm talking about his double standard with that aspect. Now, here's the difference, okay, between their sanctuary cities and this. There is a such thing as a bad law. There is such thing as a executive order that is illegal. Illegal. And this whole, I'm going to shut down the entire economy is illegal. We have a, guess what, constitutional right to do business in this country. We have a constitutional right to travel in this country. The government has no authority to make us all stay home and not go anywhere and not do business. It is a federal law and constitutionally protected right that we have this ability. So these states and these counties and these business owners that are going, you know what, we're reopening now. No, it's their right to do so. It is not their right to house criminals in their state or city. Are you seeing the difference? There's no hypocrisy here. It's black and white.
Let me be clear. Employees that fear for their safety because a business has opened illegally, well, they don't have to go to work. Instead, they can stay at home, stay safe, and collect their unemployment benefits.
There you have it. Right there. Boom. Done. Right? Stay. You know what? Just go ahead. Uncle Sam will take care of you. Don't even worry about it. You just stay home. Don't go back to work. They can't make you, which is true. They can't make you go back to work. We'll pay for you to stay home. We'll pay for you to keep our bed, and we don't want those business owners going back there and getting their money because that's defiant of my power. So you just go ahead and stay home, guys. Extort them. Go ahead. Force them to close. because they can't fire you for staying home because, well, that's a thing. So, yeah, I hope you guys are paying attention to really what's happening here.
Finally, the politicians who are encouraging the people they were elected to lead to quit the fight are acting in a most cowardly way. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to surrender. This is the time to rededicate ourselves to the task of beating this virus. The point is, we are fighting a war that has taken the lives of too many people. We are winning the war, but it has not been easy. It calls for sacrifice. It calls for heroism of a sort we have never asked of ourselves before. And it calls for all of us, every single one of us, to fight this war together. We all owe this to ourselves, and we owe it to each other. I intend to keep fighting, and I believe the overwhelming majority of my fellow Pennsylvanians intend to keep fighting too. And with that unity, I know we can win. Thank you.
You know what, Pennsylvania and America in general, I have a message for you. Stop being cowards. Stop living in fear. Stop allowing the government to take away your freedoms and your constitutional rights. Stand up. Stop being afraid. If you are an able-bodied American who doesn't have COPD or something else that might kill you if you get a cold or the flu, get out. Go to your state capitals. Stand up. Go stand up for your freedom, and go stand up for the freedom of those who can't. Because guess what? These people, these elites, these people in power, these liberal pieces of crap are sitting there loving this. They're loving to see all of the freedoms that they literally took away from you. They love the fact that you're sitting at home not doing anything about it. That you're just going, you know what? I'm on Facebook and I'm going to complain about it because I really wish that I could go back to work, or I wish I could go do stuff like go fishing or like maybe go to the mall or something. Like it sucks. Yeah, do something about it. Go stand up to your state. Go stand up to your fascist government. Stand up for something. Go do it. Because they're literally loving this. They are loving the fact that there's so many of you going, no, yeah. You know what? I'm a 36-year-old male in really good health. And you know what? If I got the virus, I would probably have a headache for a while and a little fever. And, I probably had flus that are worse than that. Yeah, come on. Like, stop being scared. Stop being what he's accusing the people who are not scared of being. Cowards. Stop being cowards. Stop allowing them to sit there and go, nope, you, America, are too stupid. You, America, are not smart enough to do what needs to be done. You are not smart enough to go, you know what? I could probably die if I got coronavirus because I'm immune compromised. So I should probably just go out, not wear a mask, not wear gloves, not wear a face shield, and just go out and party and go to a nightclub maybe because I'm stupid. Yes, but you know what? This is the problem. They're not wrong. There are so many stupid Americans out there that are going, oh gosh, I'm going to die if I go outside. They're going to get me. Coronavirus is going to get me. And then I'm going to kill everybody. Everybody's going to die because that's their only talking point is everybody's going to die. Remember when Trump got elected? Everybody's going to die. You remember when the budget got passed? Everybody's going to die. Remember when Trump didn't get impeached? Everybody's going to die. That's the only thing that liberals know how to say. It's their number one most used talking point ever. People are going to die. Just do a Google search of people are going to die, and you'll see a Democrat saying those words. People are going to die because they have to keep you living in fear so they can keep their power. They have to keep you in check so you don't sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to go stand up for my freedom. You know what? I'm going to go stand up for something because guess what? They have you people sitting there going, God, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen because of the protests. Nothing's going to happen because of the rally. There's not enough of people going. Yeah, because you're not going. You're not standing up. You're not doing anything. You're just going, nobody's going to go. It's just not enough people. They don't care. But guess what? There's some states where people have gone. A few thousand people showing up at a state capitol, guess what? That makes national news. And guess what? That happens then. People start talking about it, and politicians start talking about it, and the news starts talking about it, and Trump starts talking about it, and senators and congressmen start talking about it. And then if it keeps happening and the pressure builds and you actually get 1 million people showing up at Michigan or Olympia or, Washington or even New York going, you know what? We're sick of you. We're sick of you. We are sick of you making us live in fear over a fever and a headache that only kills a very small, tiny percentage of the population. A fraction of the people who actually get it and don't even know that they got it. It's time, America. It's time to start using some of that. It's time to actually start thinking and standing up against the tyranny, against losing your freedoms, against losing your constitutional and God-given natural rights. It's time to stop being cowards. It's time to stop being afraid. It is time to stop letting these people sit there and go, emotions, emotions, emotions. Everybody's going to die. It's time to listen. You got to listen. Emotions. Oh, emotions and emotions and emotions. Because if you think emotionally, then your brain just goes, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm going to sit on my couch. I'm going to stop. I'm going to not do anything. Oh, good. You're paying my bills for me. Oh, thank you so much. I love this. I'm living better than I've ever lived before. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi, for that extra $600. It's wrong. It's wrong. Even if you are a conservative who's sitting there going, yeah, I'm collecting my unemployment and I'm living really good, you should still know that it's wrong. Democrats won't care if it's wrong. They're just like, cool, I'm getting a free check. I'm getting a free ride. That's how they keep getting Democrats to vote Democrat. But you as a conservative, you as a Republican, you as a right-winger, even as a libertarian, don't get me started on them, but you should stand up and go, this is wrong. It's wrong. Stand up for something. Have some convictions. Do something right for once in your life. If there's ever been a time, it's now. Now.